Happy Monday, gang. Hope everybody's well. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's get right into it. Something that has taken me a half of a century, and maybe even a couple years more than that, to really hone in on is knowing my vibe. What is my vibe? What is the message? What is the brand? What is my true authentic self? What is my mission? What is my vision? What is my calling? All of that stuff that creates a vibe. And what I mean by that is when we know our vibe, when we know our best way I can describe it is probably knowing what your vibe isn't first. Right? And sort of recognizing, where don't I fit in? Right? And what is my vibe? Like, what is my thing? Who are my peeps? Who can I rock and roll with? Who can I rock and roll with? Right? What is it? The evidence probably has shown up there. Right? So the best way that I can describe this is there's many ways that I've heard this, but in the education world, right? Tracy was telling me about her experience in school, and she just didn't really fit in. But when she found art school, she was like, these are my people. Oh my gosh, I found my tribe, jumped right in, excelled. The rest is history. By the way, if you want some really cool art, like the piece behind me, I'll put a link below where you can go and buy some cool art from a local artist. Back to our vibe. So it has taken me the better part of a half a century to not only know my vibe, but more importantly, commit to it and know that there is a tribe there. So know your vibe, create or find your tribe. And what I mean by that is just recently, I have realized that if there are 100 people in a room that I'm speaking to, and by the way, this doesn't make anybody right, wrong, better, worse. There is none of that going on here. This is all about being in alignment and congruent with the souls that you can rock and roll with. So what that looks like is in my 90 days to greatness right now, there's 29 people, right? By the end of it, some will drop out. They'll just not like the message or they won't align with it. That's cool. There'll be about 20. That's my tribe, right? In my brotherhood, there's like 8 to 10 members. That's my tribe. It'll slowly grow because I'll find more that are my vibe. Where we go wrong, and we see this huge in the real estate industry, huge, is we want to be everybody. We want to fit in. We want to play all the political roles, and we're this, and then, oh, wait a minute, hold on, now we're that, now we're this, and we're left without any identity, without any real tribe, right? So knowing what that tribe is and being okay with it being, I don't know what, 2-3% of the population or 2 or 3% of the club or whatever it may be. But I believe this, when we find our tribe, it's going to be a lot smaller than we think. But we can rock and roll with that. So I'll give you an example. I remember my first Tony Robbins event, 2004. You know, at that point, Tony Robbins was a world-renowned, he was the man already, right? All the presidents go to him, all the top investors go to him, all the top athletes were going to him. When they were literally breaking down on the field or the golf course, they were calling Tony Robbins going, dude, I was 8 strokes ahead. I'm 6 strokes down now. What do I do? And I remember at the time in the Meadowlands going, oh my God, this is Tony Robbins. And there's only 3,500 people here. I thought there'd be a lot more. Now, to that same event, he probably gets 15, 20,000 now, people there. But still, he's literally the best in the world at what he does. By my standards. So the point I'm trying to make is even Tony Robbins' tribe is really small. The amount of people that are willing to pay to learn from him is very small. So know your vibe, find or create your tribe. And when you find your vibe, when you know what that is, commit to it unapologetically, right? Unapologetically. There was I was prospecting or talking to someone, very successful businesswoman, and was sharing with her what I was doing, like what I'm doing in the world, and I want to go to companies and do my thing. And now that I'm not attached to any franchise or any umbrella over me, I said it feels really good that I can really take the handcuffs off, because part of my impact is cursing. It's just an impact. It just opens shit up, right? That's it. And psychologically, it's been proven, it creates a shock in people. And this person says to me, well, I wouldn't attend your events because I don't, and I said, and that's exactly why I wouldn't want you there. You're not part of my tribe. And it's cool. Go find somebody else that's your tribe, right? And I can tell you, the moment that you stop thinking, oh, I need to please everybody, and get more laser focused on this is the way I am fucking behaving. Gloves are off. I'm going at it. I'm not looking for approval. I don't need anybody to like me, right? This is who I am. This is how hard I go. This is what I talk about. This is how deep I go. I talk about real shit. I talk about everything, right? I get real. I tell the truth about myself, and I help others see the truth in them. If you aren't fucking prepared for that, I'm not your guy. And I'm okay with that. It's cool. It's not right, wrong. Again, nobody's good, nobody's bad. It just is what it is. But when you find that tribe and when you create that tribe, you love each other hard. Hard. You give each other permission to get into each other's lives. It's a beautiful thing, man. And no matter what tribe that is, no matter what your vibe is, and maybe it's peace, love, and dropping fucking acid. It doesn't matter what it is. That's your tribe. That's your vibe. That's it, man. As long as it isn't hurting anybody. If it's hurting somebody, there'll be some tribes that'll probably come after you, and you will not be happy about that. So, know your vibe, find or create your tribe, love them hard, love each other hard. It is such a beautiful thing. And when you can release that feeling of, at least that I had, that I need to be everything to everybody, man, that's exhausting. Exhausting. I'm not really wired for that. Maybe some other people are. Maybe that's their vibe and they create their tribe that way. But I know it's not for me. Oof. So, know your vibe, create or find your tribe, Love them hard, love each other hard. It's a beautiful thing. Cool. That was something that hit me just recently as I'm this 90 Days to Greatness group is so intense and so into finding their truth on their journey and how to make life and business spicier, how to be happier, healthier, sexier. It's so cool. Next topic, real quick. The book probably comes up backwards here, but that's okay. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. This is definitely my top 3 books to read. If you haven't read it, grab it. If you want to get an idea of what the book is about, YouTube, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, you'll be able to hear some of it. But I just want you to listen to this one paragraph. The author writes, and when this is about our minds, our conscious and subconscious mind, and when the 5% that is conscious is going against the 95% that is running subconscious automatic programs, then 95% is so reflexive that it only takes one stray thought or a single stimulus from the environment to turn on the automatic program again. Then we're back to the same old, thinking the same thoughts, performing the same actions, but expecting something different to happen in our lives. So what we have to do, it's called neuroplasticity, is we have to literally rewire our brains. So I'll give you an example. If you continue to get triggered by things, if you find yourself reacting, constantly reacting, it's because your subconscious mind is still thinking as a victim, as someone that has to defend themselves, right? I've actually just gone through this in the last few years, finding out that I'm an Enneagram 8 and my biggest fear is being betrayed and all the childhood shit, man. You can bring it all in, right? But until we reprogram our subconscious mind, right, that everything's okay, Ed, you're safe, you're strong, you're good, no one can hurt you, right? No one's going to take advantage of you. So now I don't react. I may respond and say, yeah, it's not going to work for me, right? That's the fucking magic, man. That's freedom. That is incredible stuff. Breaking the habit of being yourself. So that's where we've got knowledge. We all know this shit, right? But how are we behaving? What is your emotional home? Where are you living the most? If you Google power versus force chart, let me know where you're living. In fact, maybe if I can remember, I'll post that in the comments and you can tell me where you're living. Highly recommend this book because when we learn how to reprogram our subconscious mind, we sleep better, we think better, we never react, we just respond. We have more energy because we're not burning up our energy. It's one of the best gifts of freedom. So this is a quick one today. I hope you got something out of it. But between reprogramming our subconscious mind and knowing what your vibe is, finding and creating or creating that tribe, and then loving them hard, where there is no there is no real, well, I don't even know what the word is. It's just, all the arrows are facing the same way. Everything is congruent. Everything's headed the same way, right? We're in this flow. It's a beautiful thing, man. Life gets really good there. So I know a lot of people are people pleasers. They go, I'm a people pleaser. Stop. Your vibe is your gift. Whatever that is, your vibe is your gift. Go with that. Find your tribe. Love them hard. Don't let it be a guessing game of who you are, what your code is, right? In the brotherhood, we have a code. Doesn't make it right for everybody. I don't want it right for everybody. But the guys that commit to it, man, they are all in on that. It's the same belief system. And I'll tell you, think the Navy SEALs when you're thinking about this. There is not a more elite, well-trained organization than the SEALs because they have a code. I'm not comparing to what I do to being a Navy SEAL. I would never do that. But it's a great model that when you're creating your tribe, it's a great standard to look at. Imagine your coaching business, your real estate organization, your cleaning company, your insurance company, your mortgage company, having the standards of SEAL Team 6. It's possible. And the reason why I know it's possible is I'm creating it. But it starts with the standards. It starts with the vibe. It starts with, this is what I want to create. Attraction over promotion. I don't know about y'all, but selling shit, that gets tiring, man. That gets tiring. If you got to, hey, I'd rather go, this is what I got. Who likes it? If you like it, join me. If you don't like it, I'll help you find another tribe. That's freedom. It's a great feeling. Keep living your best life ever. Whatever a life without limits means to you, go get it. I know what it means to me. And keep your eyes out. I'm going to start very soon, probably sometime in February, a weekly Inspired Tribe Life Without Limits group. It's going to be a subscription. You can pay monthly or yearly, but I'm going to put that together. If you've hung on this long and listening and you want to be part of that, shoot me a DM or a message or whatever. I'll make sure you get the info when I put it together. But it's simply going to be probably an hour long, weekly, on how to live a life without limits, how to be with a great group of people that want to learn how to live a life without limits, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in our relationships, and financially. And whatever that means to you. And we've talked about this when it comes to financially living a life without limits. For some, it's literally making 50 grand a year with no expenses. If that's your life without limits financially, God bless you. Go get it. For others, it's 20 grand a month in passive income, or 100 grand a month in passive income, or making $5 million linear, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Life without limits. But one thing I do know, we can't live a life without limits if we are sick, if we are overweight, if we're constantly getting hurt. It's impossible to do that. So our wellness, our health always comes first. All right, I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope this helped breaking the habit of being yourself. If you want to be part of the Inspired Tribes Life Without Limits group, let me know. I'll make sure I get you information. Go get it. Have a great week. See ya.